Welcome back. We are here with 1410. The first decade of our second century is now complete. Here's our family tree, and I thought that a fun thing to do to mark the occasion would be to kind of see how the family tree has changed over the last decade. So let's do that. Let's start with the Larkin family. So I have here pictures of everyone from 1400. I guess I named it Maine instead of Larkin. But you can see that at the beginning of this um, decade, we only had Emmeline and Thomas, just those two. And now we have Emmeline, Thomas has died. She has a child with Gilbert, two children with Thomas, twins with Gilbert, and then a child with Alois. So that has changed a lot since the beginning of the decade. You can see it was just this small little thing. That is really cool. So let's go through a few of them. So how about we just start at the top? Open up, please. So here's the Axtell family. You can see we had Joffrey. I think Ganora may or may not have married at that time, but that was them too. So they are over here. We're gonna, focus on the male lines here. So Joffrey and Ganora were over here. You can see now that this has changed a lot too. Joffrey had married. He had one child that passed away and four children that are currently living. His sister has also passed. So that's a big change too. I mean, it's only a decade, and look at how many Sims have been added to the family tree in that time. It's just wild to me. So let's look at the Bennets now. So here are the Bennets. We had at the beginning, we had a single mother of two, one deceased, Zuan and Millicent with Milla, and then a you know, widower. So with the Bennets, they're over here, I believe. Yeah, so we still have well, she died, so she joined her husband in the afterlife, and he has just been married to our first townie marriage. We had I think I forgot to explain that in the last one, but Wolfram married Alex Moyer from the game. I did want to start introducing townie families into the game. I thought that would be fun rather than just randomly generating Sims. So that's fun. I also think, yes, Isolde did get married. He obviously is still dead. Millicent did pass, but they had three more children before she did pass. And it looks like they must have had a child right when she was passing. So he has survived and gotten a little older. That's great. Next is the Duttons. They, at the beginning of the decade, had no parents, one, two, yes, and two kids. So definitely everyone has gotten married, I believe, from this situation. They're over here. Yeah, so you can see, well, he joined the church along with his sister. He got married and had five children, and then his wife died. And then he got married. Actually, we just saw her, and they so far have a child. So that's a big change too. Everybody had lots of babies and got married and did all these things during the decade. So that's really fun. In the Leifson family, Austin was alive and then had three surviving children, two of which were married, one of which had a child. Let's see about that. Wait, where are you? I think he's over here. Yeah, so now Austin is dead. This whole family died, and he ended up having two children with his wife, and she actually did get married. She's off and married now. So it's really interesting, too, to see some lines just end there. So that's too bad for them. The Payne family. Frost was just a small child. Sybil was still alive back then. Where is he now? I can't even remember. It must be somewhere. No, over here. Yeah, so Sybil is actually still alive. Isn't she supposed to die soon? I mean, gosh, she has lived forever. And he did end up getting married, so that's really exciting. And they have children so far that haven't made it onto the tree yet because they were just born. But that family is growing. He became older. As for Vlad, I think we all know what happened here. Vlad had two surviving children, but not anymore. Um, all of his children died, and he was kicked out of Forgotten Hollow. So there's that. That really happened with you, Vlad. Oh my gosh, the Trimbolis, I can't even take it with them. The Trimbolis. So he was married to Sybil, and I think I cut those people out of the picture. But yes, so we had Gilbert, who was married, and his wife did pass, but they had 3 children. Then we had our our heir, and then we did have another heir option at the time. But you'll be able to see it now. I mean, the Trimboli family is huge. We did lose both Benchies, and these children are still alive, and they're still young. But this child ended up going to the church. We still have our 3 girls, and they currently only have one surviving child, but he did get married and start having children, so that was really nice. That family is so big, and yet having so many troubles with having an heir. Oh my gosh. But yes, okay, so then there's a couple of Vittor families. Of course, we had Charles and Gunora. Oh my gosh, that was so sad. Poor Charles, he did marry Gunora, but she ended up passing. Their child also ended up passing, but he is currently in an affair with the Marchioness, and they have 2 children together. And he's just living his best artist life in a rich family. So that is good for him, too. He's making the best of it, I guess, a bad situation. So with Ella's family, I believe that did that boy survive or not? No, he didn't survive. Okay, that's the only difference is that the child has died now. And then I think it's also Ella's family. Yes, here. So they had one child as well. Was he dead? Yeah. Okay, and then her brother did end up getting married as well. Looks like another child was added here, but both parents are now deceased. And her brother is now having children, which is nice, but her daughter is still alive and she's a vampire. So she's the youngest vampire we have. I think we only have 3 vampires, was it? Or maybe not. Oh, yeah, because he went to the church. So, but yeah, I think, is that everyone? Yeah, so that's everyone in 1400 that the family tree has changed for. So that's really exciting, I feel like. I'm really excited to keep seeing how the family tree is growing. I don't know if we should like recap a little bit the last decade. I mean, a lot happened. Obviously, I said that Emmeline had a bunch of affair babies, but Gilbert did leave her. Actually, I should update this description because I haven't done that. But yeah, so Gilbert has left her. This is Aloysius' baby. There's just so much going on, but um, we're doing our best here. So that is my little recap on the family tree. If you have any suggestions for how to do like what to do each decade, I would love to hear them because I don't really know like what a good way to bring in the new decade is. So that is something that I've been thinking about. This is just something I'm trying with looking at the family tree and how it's changed. But if you have any suggestions for something fun to do for each decade, please do let me know. So let's get into the actual gameplay part of this. Actually, Winifred can't marry Aubrey. Didn't he die? Hold, please. He did die. Oh, Winifred, we're going to have to find someone new for you to marry. Maybe she should marry Gilbert. But Gilbert may die next year. We'll see. Um, oh, gosh, I need to think about who Winifred is going to marry. Uh, I'll think about that some more. Maybe I'll bring in another townie family. So I made a tab here called Townies, which has, so far it's just the list of base game townies because, that's a big list for me to write out. But so far it's just the base game townies. So maybe we could think about like who would be a good match for a rich woman. So the Kim Lewis family, Spencer Kim Lewis family, are pretty rich, but it looks like nobody is available to marry. There's the Goths. I guess we could bring them in, and then we would have to like maybe make them a little older so that Alexander was old enough to marry. We could also bring in the Landgrabs and make Malcolm a little bit older so that he's old enough to get married. I can think about that a little more. We might do something like that. Also, I made a tab for the church so I can remember who is actually in the church so that I'm not going back and forth between churches. So there is that. But anyway, so that's where we're at. And yes, let's do some rolls. So Ella and Erica Payne can't get an 18 or a 20. 1, 2. All right, they both survived their infant rolls. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toddlers, and the fifth one is ours. No 4, 8, or 12. 4, 8, or 12. 4. Last one. Okay, everyone survived to toddler. Okay, no 9 or 19 for our Thomas and Serena. Then we have 2 more after that. Oh my gosh, if Thomas dies. No 9 or 19. Whew, Thomas lived. And so did Serena. And the next one. And the one after. Oh my gosh, everyone's living. Look at this. Okay, is Milla. She is our first child, technically. So, Milla is she going to age up? Yes, she is. And then we'll say, is she going to marry? Yes, she is. And how many children? 2. Only 2 for Milla. Marriage and babies. Milla Bennett 2. Yeah. All right. So there's that. And then Thomas Trimboli. I guess I have another person named Thomas in my life. Is going to young adult. Who is Thomas Trimboli? That's Maurice. Must be him. Yeah, brother Thomas. All right, the guy at the church. 2, 6, 11, 13, 14. He did survive. Wow, everyone's doing good. So Juliana will be dying. Malia has to get a 9 or above to survive. She died. All right. That's unfortunate. I really liked her. This is her, right? Yeah, I really liked her and Benji. They were like my favorite couple. I don't know why. I just felt like he was very eccentric, and I liked that about him. Oh well, her husband's dead, and they weren't gonna have any kids, so what else to do? But anyway, so vampire hunting, as you know, each decade we are going to do vampire hunting with only being accused. Um, we'll get them killed. So this is not great for them. We have 3 vampires, remember? So we have our church vampire, Edward, we have Ella, and we have Ella's daughter, Salvia. So they can't get a 9. Okay. Ooh, survived. 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 Okay. That's good for them. As for, I don't know why I keep going to the wrong tab. As for the humans, they can't get an 18. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 humans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, the dice have been really kind to us today. I was kind of hoping Ella would die, if that's not mean. I just don't really have a use for her anymore. Oh, I guess she's running the orphanage. Anyway, so, great. We're great. Let's hop into the game and also figure out what we're going to do with Winifred. I don't know yet. Where is she? Winifred, Winifred, Winifred. She's over here. There she is. Wow, they really are twins, aren't they? Okay, so Winifred, let's also try and think. You know what? I really think maybe we'll add the land grabs into, and then I'll just age Malcolm up a little bit. Yeah, I think that would be good. Anyway, let's hop into the game. All right, so here we are in the game, and we have our horse practicing with the barrels. Again, we're working on the agility skill, and we are just going to pick up those barrels and start doing our chores for the day. As you know, we have to deal with the garden, which is kind of glitchy lately for some reason. I don't really know what's going on with the garden, but we're just going to accept that as a thing that is happening, and then our chickens and the horse poop and the bees and just everything. So it looks like Anastasia is kind of upset that she's not getting a lot of attention, and it's like, your mother actually doesn't pay attention to any of the kids, but everyone has kind of started to find their own thing to do. Like, obviously Cecilia is working with the horse and really enjoying it there. So actually I thought that maybe we would have Anastasia wish for happiness, so that she could, she's lazy, so she wants to take the easy way out. So she wished for happiness, and it made her hysterical. I don't think children can die from that. Maybe they can. Maybe I have the settings turned off. I'm not entirely sure, but she's not going to die from this. But yeah, that didn't really work out the way she had exactly envisioned it working out. And looks like Charles is here again to just chit chat and hang out, and like maybe he is having, a hard time being near, being in the home that he's living in too, because when you think about it, he is having an affair with the lady of the house, but also her son just died, and she might feel some type of way about her affair baby now being in line for the title. So there is that. I'm not really sure whether or not that is going to become a conflict or not, but we'll see. We'll try and decide. I mean, I've kind of was not really going to do much more with Charles, but we'll get back there. And we have the other kids just all playing. I'm trying to work on everyone's needs right now, which is, rare for me. But we're going to have everyone go to the bathroom, get the horse something to eat, have everyone eat some pigeon stew, and see how that goes. And have all the kids queue up here. Very nice. Are you going to... Okay, she's going to stay on the horse while it's eating instead of getting off and going to eat herself. But that's fine. So yeah, everyone is just enjoying and having a good time. So there is that. Let's take care of the kids, and then we'll send everyone to bed. I do want to try and take care of their needs a little bit. It'll just give us something to do, so that's nice as well. But, that's just what we're going with. So we are going to take care of this baby. Okay, Charles, you got to stop calling. Okay. So for some reason the bunk bed is like not working correctly. I'm not really sure what's up with that. We'll just add another bed. I'm not really too worried about it, but we'll come back to it. And then we are going to just fix this. Yeah, okay. So once we get that settled, we are going to come and just have everyone go to bed. It looks like Joffrey did stop by as well. So you know what? Why don't we have a little woohoo with him before we go to bed and talk about our relationship fears, because that is something that she has wanted to talk about a little bit. She has wanted to, um, you know, talk to him about that fear, which I think is silly, to be completely honest, because she she is, the person who is having affairs with everybody. So I don't know why she is all of a sudden like worried about someone else having an affair on her, but that's besides the point. Anyway, so let's get into the next morning so that we can get our chores going already, and just get that crack-a-lackin'. So let's check on our garden. I know that it is kind of strange, like I don't understand exactly um, what is going on with our garden and why it is like seems to be going 2 times a day, like um, seems to be able to, even our chickens too. There's something wrong with the time in the game. It thinks that the morning is not the morning and then the night is the morning, and I don't really know what's going on with that, but it doesn't really matter. Why don't you the horse is in bed too, but we're gonna have to clean the stable. It looks like she's remembering peeing herself, but I don't see it under her milestones, so I'm not really entirely sure what is going on there, but that's okay. So let's check on the baby again. Valentine's Day is coming up. I don't really think we'll do much with that, but that's okay. So um, we are going to just keep going here, taking out, some of the trash, and having everyone do their thing. It's not going to be until Monday that the birthdays are, so let's just keep doing our chores. We'll clean the horse bed and have the horse do some stuff, maybe take her out riding, just kind of, enjoying Cecilia for the time. Once Thomas ages up, Cecilia will take a little bit of a back seat to all of this because he is going to be starting to learn horseback riding, so the horse will be preoccupied. Looks like Gilbert showed up again, so maybe he's just checking on the kids. Emmeline hasn't seen him. He's just kind of sneakily talking to Cecilia and kind of, catching up with her. I think that it's really, um, you know, I think that he is, now that he's lost his wife again, I think that he is just kind of really reevaluating how important family is, and just kind of trying to see that he takes care of the children, at least sort of, just because it is important to him, even though he is not going to acknowledge them that they are taken care of, and he knows how Emmeline is. So he just, it's probably, she would be super offended if she knew that he stopped by to check up on her kids and everything, because, especially because she is, mad at him currently. So she definitely would not appreciate him stopping by, but that's okay. So there is that. Also, before I forget, um, I do want to say that Alex and Wolfram did have their baby. You won't see that on screen, but it did happen. It was a girl, so there's that. I named her Diamond because that came up in our list, and I thought that would be funny and a little bit more modern, considering Alex is a townie sim that has come into our game, and I am going to include the land grabs. That's what we're going to do. I don't know why I thought Malcolm was a child, but apparently he's a teen. I don't know. So anyway, you'll see that at the end. We are going to pull the land grabs in to marry Winifred. So let's age up all of the kids. It's their birthdays, so it is also the baby's birthday. I'm so sorry if you can hear all these very loud cars going by. It's about time for people to start coming home from work when I'm video recording this, so that is probably why there's a lot more traffic than usual outside. Anyway, so yes, we're aging up the baby first. She's Emelina, and she is now a toddler. And then we're going to age up Thomas and Serena, so they are going to age up, and I'm going to give Thomas the horse lover trait, of course, and we are going to, I guess, give him the motor skill. Not motor skill, the motor something. And then we're going to age up Serena as well. And I saw Thomas age up with a little sword in his hand. And, there are knights and stuff in the royalty mod. So I'm thinking that maybe Serena wants to be a knight. Maybe that's her thing, and she rolled the good trait. Maybe she has a strong sense of justice and she wants to be a knight, even though she knows it's going to be difficult because she's a woman, but we'll see. So we're also going to have everybody call to a meal here and eat the cake. I don't know why I couldn't do that with anybody else, but that was kind of weird. And then we are going to do that, and then everyone is going to get a slice of cake before we head into Create a Sim and are able to, get our 3 Sims that have aged up into their own new outfits. So there's that. And we're going to head into Create a Sim in like 2 seconds. So there's that. I did want to try and give Serena a little bit more of a masculine outfit. It is still a dress, but it is definitely what I would consider a little more, um, you know, not like a frilly dress. And so here are their makeovers. We have Thomas, who is going to get a little bit more of a wilder hairstyle, a little less brushed because he is going to be doing horse things. And then we are going to just get through his outfits really quick. I know that this is, it's kind of complicated. I had a little problems with some of the filming of this part, so you're just gonna have to excuse the kind of very fast and then very slowness of it. But yes, we're gonna give him a pretty average outfit like his father had, and then give him, the athletic outfit that's a little more suited towards the stables. And then again, we're going to give Serena an outfit that looks a little less feminine. So I was trying to see if I had any pants for women's but I don't have any of that. I just, honestly, I just get the full outfits and then call it good. So there she is in her outfits, and I think that she looks great. And we're giving her, an even actual male outfit for um, the athletic, and then that is the outfit that she's going to be in this one, and I think she looks good in it, and I think that she is all set. So we are going to just finish up there, and then we're going to give the baby a quick little makeover, giving her little pigtails because she's so cute. And then I'm just going to give her a little dress like everybody else had, and then we're going to go back into the game where we will have Thomas starting finally to learn horseback riding. So let's just take off some of the makeup and stuff on the Sims, and then we'll head into back into the game. So there he is, our heir, our Thomas. He is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about him. And let's go back into the game here, and we will just update the family tree while that is loading. And there is Thomas. He is a horse lover. And then we have Serena, who is good. And I'm really excited about their future. I really am. So that is going to be awesome. And they are doing great. There he is, our heir, and there is also the baby, which needs a new picture as well. Little Emelina, the baby of the family, the last one. Emelina is not having any more children. I am not allowing it. It's not going to happen. I mean, we can't even Actually, you know what? It's probably a good thing that Thomas is quite young compared to everyone else, because that means that his sisters will be of marriageable age before he is. So if they are all, getting married before he gets married, then most of them will have left the house before we are able to, move in a wife for him and then have him start having kids. Because if he went first, then we wouldn't have the household slots for it, right? So we are going to need to deal with that. So here he is, his first time horse riding. Let's try and get a picture of him, even though it's kind of difficult. There he is. Oh, he looks so uncomfortable. But you are going to be a champion. Don't you worry, Thomas. It's either that or Cecilia is going to be a champion. So I'm really excited about that. I mean, who knows? It could be Anastasia. She could become, but I feel like she wouldn't be into horses. Maybe her husband would in that case, but hopefully it all works out for her. So um, we're just having him go on his horse ride. He is loving it. So there's that. Let's try and get more pictures of him on the horse. I just really think that's good. It is really exciting that our heir survived, and he is now going to be starting his quest to do his future stuff. Like he's growing up, he's getting into his own, and I know that um, it's going to be good. So I'm excited about that. So, provided everybody lives. Everybody who is supposed to live lives. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't hate it if some of our siblings died, like maybe Anastasia or Alexandra or even little Emelina. But other than that, Charles is calling again. Poor Charles seems to be having a tough time. He needs a lot of family support lately, but that's okay. Oh, Thomas, thank you for, saying happy birthday. And then we are going to, let's see, what time is this? 3:48 p.m. And um, this is pause. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of I was doing this and then got distracted. Anyway, it's fine. Um, I'm not known for my editing skills here. We all know this. Okay, so he is feeling a little uncomfortable from riding the horse, but anyway, he is going to now just become closer with Sunburst because they are friends, but they're not super duper close. So let's send Sunburst. Did I say her name right just now? I don't know. Back to doing the barrels while Thomas kind of recovers. Ooh, getting a little warm here. This is the danger of the summer. Summer and winter are dangerous, dangerous. So there is that. And um, so yeah, here we are, and we are just with the family getting through the rest of this day. I think we're going to leave early tomorrow in order to actually talk about the whole land grab situation. So there's that. But yes, I just wanted to sell some things from Emmeline's inventory and get us some money. And he's feeling uncomfortable from horse riding, but that's okay. You are going to get used to it, my friend. So there is the horse. I think we can probably go on another ride very soon. I'm really excited about that. And then he will continue to improve. We actually do not have a lot of money, which is a little concerning, but it's okay. Okay, so let's go for a real horse ride this time. And there we go. He is really going. They're running, and he looks kind of scared, to be completely honest with you. But he's okay, so it is really good. Um, and that's great. He is really getting to do his thing. And I'm excited that he is finally old enough to do some stuff too, so that's really exciting. Oh, look. Everybody's doing good. Okay, so I think we'll probably have Serena also do some of that kind of stuff. Um, and we are going to just check in again. It's starting to be in the morning, but I honestly just like didn't, I don't know, like it seems like we can do our chores now, even though it's not time to do our chores. So I'm just really not sure about what the deal is with that, but it's okay. And we'll head out. So there's that. So I am doing pretty good for it. And we are going to add the land grabs to this household. So let's come up here and I'll find a copy of them off the gallery. It's kind of annoying that Maxis doesn't just put a copy of every townie in the gallery. Like, isn't that kind of silly that they don't do that? But a lot of people have uploaded different versions of them. So I'm just going to grab this one. Thank you for uploading them. And then I'm going to move them into this house, and then we'll get Winifred involved as well so that we can give them a makeover. So first off, I also was thinking that we needed a new color for our new family, and you'll see that I kind of waffle on it a lot. I look through a bunch of the clothing options to see what colors are available. We're going to give him a different set of glasses, obviously, but and just kind of see how that goes. But the truth is that I chose brown, and I really wasn't satisfied with any of the brown outfits, but I just kind of like did it anyway, and I wasn't really happy with how that turned out. But so anyways, what I ended up doing after I filmed this is I kind of said to myself, you know what, I'm not good with that color. I don't really like it very much at all. I think it looks kind of grayish, like it doesn't even look brown, and none of the outfits like look good. So I was like, you know what? We've only got one Trimboli like left. Maybe it's okay that we have them also be green. So I was thinking that since Winifred is a Trimboli, we can just have her family color spread to the land grabs here. So that's what I'm thinking that we'll do because, you know, that's what, you know, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like the brown. So I changed them to green off screen, and I changed Winifred back into her green outfit. So that is the goal that I went with. I felt like it, was better. I did not like any of the brown outfits, so um, we're just gonna go with green. Probably if we're introducing, we'll see. Who knows? Maybe some of these colors will die out, and then there'll be a space open for some other family colors. But for now, I am going to have the land grabs be green since they are marrying into the Trimboli family, sort of, kind of. And like you can see here, like these are all just, they're just not good enough. They're just not good enough. So that's what we're going with. We're going with green for them. And I know that you can't see that currently, but but it'll be the case. So there's that, and there's Nancy, and then we go to Malcolm, and we are going to give him his outfit as well. Like you can see, I'm really trying to make brown happen, but it's just not going to happen anyway. Doesn't matter. So then Winifred is going to marry into this family. If Gilbert survives the next roll into like adulthood or whatever, I'll have Oriana marry him. If not, we are going to have to again find a family to marry into our family. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But anyway, so let's just get the pictures into the family tree, and we will then again add her into it, and it will be good. So then we'll get their little picture and everything, and everybody will be happy. And these videos have been running over 30 minutes every single time. But I know I spent like 15 minutes talking at the beginning of this about the decade. But yes, I am very happy with how everything went. And the first decade of the year was pretty good. And we will head into the next decade pretty happily. And during this decade, we do have our first war, so that's going to be exciting as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and that's where we'll be wrapping up. So I will catch you in the next one.